Alright, Presenter here, back with another Honkai Star Rail video. And today I wanted to talk about the potential roadmap that we do have for the next few updates. This roadmap is seeming to be relatively reliable and is pretty much going to be spanning across what we do know up until the 3.2 update. Anything past that is purely just speculation, since the info mainly just goes up to the 3.2 update. And yep, that's all I want to say. Before I get to this video, if you guys could drop a like on this video if you find it helpful in any way, shape, or form, would be greatly appreciated. And if you're newer or you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you do not miss future videos like this, along with other types of guides, showcases, summons, and especially news videos like this. And let's get straight into the video. So before I do say anything, obviously, as this is not completely confirmed info, this is also falling under the info just going around and speculation category. Even if it might be reliable, that does not mean it's always going to be 100% true, as changes can happen. The best thing you can do is wait till around the time where the updates would get announced officially and official drip markets, so we know exactly what unit is going to come out on what update. So if you are going to take this info, take it with a grain of salt, because once again, it is reliable, but even then, it is still just speculation and info going around. But now, enough about that, talking about what we do know first. So obviously, we're in 2.6 right now. The next update is going to be 2.7. And as we are mostly aware, Sunday is going to be the first character in 2.7 in the first half. New Imaginary Harmony character, going to be fantastic for the support meta, since he's going to be super good, reviving the 1.x characters, being really good with them pretty much, being really good with practically any DPS we have right now that is crit based, and also going to be the start of the new summon meta that is going to be leading into the 3.x updates. So he is definitely a character that most people would definitely want to consider. And then the next character is going to be Fugue, who is in the second half of the 2.7 update, who's probably going to be the new mainstream support for Super Break, as she is able to convert some instances to Super Break in her own kit. And also from the info we do know in 3.0, when we are getting Remembrance Trailblazer, if we do switch to Remembrance Trailblazer, we will no longer have the use of Harmony Trailblazer, since the Trailblazer will be occupied and we cannot use two different Trailblazers. So Fugue is going to be the new side grid support that we can have on teams, so your main Super Break team can actually have that. So Fugue is going to fill a very important role for anyone that does use Super Break teams, as once again, if you are going to switch to the Remembrance Trailblazer, that would mean you cannot actually use the Harmony Trailblazer unless you switch out, which would mean you can't use the Remembrance one, and you're most likely going to be wanting to use the Remembrance one if you are interested in the summon meta, as it looks like that Trailblazer is going to be a must-have, or at least must use with the summon characters. And then we move on to the 3.0, as we did just recently have the drip market, so we do know the characters coming out then. The first half for 3.0 is going to be an Ice Air Edition character, being the Herda, so the real Herda is going to be the first character for 3.0. Most likely going to function like any other Air Edition character, well, not like any other, but still having unique stuff to her kit, going to be mainly AoE focused, maybe even still pure fiction focused. Going to be a super hyper release, as this is the real Herda, this is the Emanator Herda, not the puppet that we have in the game. Same path, same type, which is really funny, but it is going to be a brand new Herda that we're going to be able to use. And then in the second half is going to be the real start to the good stuff, being Aglaia, who is a Lightning Remembrance character. She was the first Remembrance character ever shown for us to get, as she was announced before the Remembrance Trailblazer, and she is going to be the first character that we are going to be getting. And as the official stream did mention, Remembrance is going to be focusing around the summon paths, and with the info going around about Aglaia, which you can also check on my channel, Aglaia is going to be a summon related character, so the actual start of the real first DPS for the summon meta that is going to be Remembrance related. So not like the characters we already have, Jingwan, Topaz, Lingsha, their summons are their summons, but they're still not the start of the meta. Aglaia is going to be the first character of the start of the proper Remembrance summon meta. So from the known category, again, we have Imaginary Harmony character Sunday in the first half of 2.7. Second half is the Fire Nihility character Fugue or Tingyun. For 3.0, the first half character is the Ice Air Edition character, the real Herda. And then for 3.0 second half is the Lightning Remembrance character Aglaia. And now we do go ahead and move on to the characters that were revealed in the Ampharos trailer. There were a bunch of them revealed, and we are going to be seeing them indeed become playable. We don't again have info on every single one of them, but for 3.1 and 3.2 it is seeming like it's going to be these ones as followed. I don't know how to say all their names properly, so please forgive me if I do mispronounce them, but I will pop up a picture so you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. But from what it does seem with the info and speculation going around, the first half of 3.1 is going to be Tribby. Tribby herself is going to seem to be a Harmony Quantum character. it's seeming like she's going to be more of a universal support rather than a specific thing. Some are saying that she might be the HP support that we're finally getting, so characters like Blade are finally going to be seeing a rise, especially with the character right after seeming to work in a similar way. So the info going around on that is very all over the place, so we cannot actually have a grasp on what it is. Some say universal support with all the stuff that anyone can benefit from, res pen, defense reduction, all that kind of stuff, and then others are saying the HP support, so action forward, HP support, HP increase, all that kind of stuff. So the info on that is all over the place besides the typing. That one seems more on the reliable side, so again, Harmony Quantum. For the second half in 3.1, it does seem like the character is going to be Mide or Mide. I'm just gonna say Mide, I think that's how you say it. Probably the coolest character in that trailer from looks, and he, from the speculation, is seeming to be Destruction Imaginary. From the way it seems like he's going to be functioning with some info going around is he is going to be similar to Blade. So it's going to be another form of an HP drain character where you drain your HP, you get stronger, you maybe have stacks for follow-up, might be similar to that, or it might just be something else like a completely different mechanic, but there will be a form of HP drain to get stronger. Not sure if there's going to be stacks or anything, but that is the general consensus that there's going to be an HP drain playstyle. And so that also does mean he will be a HP scaling character. So again, the 3.1 characters is seeming like it's going to be Harmony Quantum for Chibi and Destruction Imaginary for the second half with Mide, or Midday. I actually don't know how to say his name. But now when we do move on to the last thing we do know being 3.2, or at least with the speculation and info going around. So what it does seem like for the first half, it's going to be Casteris, or Casteris. I'm just going to say Casteris because I'm used to saying that. And her typing is seeming to be Quantum and on the Path of Remembrance. Big love to Quantum recently, so that's going to be a big W. Finally, Quantum is seeing more love. We haven't had anything since Jade, and I love the Quantum type, so this is fantastic. We don't really have too much about them, obviously. Unfortunately for her, it doesn't seem like there's much info going around anyways, but it is seeming like she is going to be a summon DPS, so obviously as she is Remembrance, and so obviously built with crit, so it does seem like she is going to be a DPS. And a bit of hint is saying that she is also potentially going to be a HP scaler as well. But that is practically the only info going around. And then for the 3.2 second half, it is seeming to be Anaxa. And for his typing, it's seeming like he is going to be an Ice Nihility character. And unfortunately for him, there is literally nothing going around, besides the fact that he does seem to be the second half of 3.2, and being Ice Nihility, there is nothing on what he's going to do. So we don't know if he's going to be a DA, a Hyper Carry Nihility, a debuff Nihility, we don't know. I am really personally hoping that he ends up being some crazy DPS, because he looks so goddamn cool. I definitely like Mide's design the most, but I feel like Anaxa would be my favorite character personally off the designs of these characters, especially from him being the scholar that disrespects the gods. That sounds so goddamn raw. So I have so many high hopes for him. But yeah, that is practically all we know. So once again, for 3.2, it does seem like it's going to be the Quantum Remembrance character Caceres into the Ice Nihility character Anaxa. And yep, that is the so far roadmap that we do know. Once again, this is speculation and info going around. None of this is confirmed. The best thing you are able to do is to wait until the official drip marketings and info goes around for that. Just because when they are drip marketed, we will know exactly what version they are and exactly what order they'll be releasing. So until then, nothing will be 100% confirmed, so definitely take this info with a grain of salt, but this does seem like it's going to be the likely order that might happen. So if this does end up happening, let me know if you guys are going to be excited. Personally, this seems absolutely brutal. As someone who's probably going to E0 S1 all the minimum, and then Mide and maybe Anaxa minimum E2 S1, this is just absolutely non-stop, multiple summons. It's going to be awful, so I am scared, but definitely seems like it's going to be a big stacked up. So if this does happen, let me know how you guys are faring. Again, hope you guys found the video helpful. Peace out.